This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Friendly, vibrant, welcoming, wholesome, fun. Your friend. INCRadio, Sacramento.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Madeline with your friend from Sacramento, the podcast. Hi, everyone. We're here every week to share stories, insights, and have fun conversations about building healthy friendships. And with me today in studio is JJ. Hi, JJ.
Hi, Madeline.
How
Hi,
are you?
Welcome to our show.
Welcome. How are you, JJ?
I'm happy, healthy, and terrific, as they would say from Fairfield. How about you, Madeline?
I'm doing well. I wish I was there in studio with you and our guest today. I have to isolate myself over here, but everything otherwise is okay. Everything's wonderful. And so what we'll be talking about today, JJ and our guest, we're talking about how our acquaintances become our friends. This is a really, really fun topic, especially now because what makes acquaintances turn into friends? Because not all acquaintances will become our friends. And what makes it a good friendship at that. So this is what we're going to talk about today, especially in these times, post-pandemic times, increased remote work, the surge in social media use, especially phone use in general. How can we make meaningful friendships from the acquaintances that we have? So with that, we're going to introduce our special guest today. Hi, Gina.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gina Sean from Sacramento.
Woo-hoo.
I'm currently a college student at UC Davis.
Awesome. Okay. So college student UC Davis, Gina's going to have a lot to share with us, her opinions and her thoughts about this whole topic. So yes, it's very relevant. Thank you, Gina, for joining us. It's so fun to have you. And shout out to Sacramento. Thanks, Sacramento, for letting us have Gina today. So we're going to jump right into the first question. And we hope everyone in the chat, so if you're on YouTube watching, you're welcome to subscribe, like, and share the link, and also subscribe in order to comment and share with us your greetings and your comments to us. We'll put in the first question. Okay. General, like, how do you think times have changed in the way we meet people and make friends? So how do you think, everyone at home, times have changed in the way we meet people and make friends? So go ahead, Gina, give us your thoughts on this, and then we'll jump to the YouTube comments. Go ahead.
Of course. So I basically think that the way we make friends now has definitely changed through social media and using platforms, especially how we approach people. I've met some of my greatest friends through messages through a platform, and then especially like just through a follow, getting to know someone because they followed me. One of my closest friends, it started off as like just seeing each other, being acquaintances, being like, oh, I don't know how to approach them in person. And I'm just so thankful that they just decided to text me through an app. And that's how our friendship really started. So yeah.
Yes, it's such a real thing. Excuse me. Such a real thing that we kind of feel this distance between, people at our school or people in our social circles. We kind of feel this distance, especially lately. And then taking that, you said, reaching out to each other. The approach of reaching each other has changed too. Before, when we didn't even really, not like when the majority of adults didn't even have cell phones. Can you imagine like walking up to people and how you would make I guess your friends were your neighbors, because these are just the people in your social circle, things like that. So that's such a great comment. I'm sorry. Anybody? Let's go ahead into the YouTube chat and see if anyone, we can read everyone's greetings to each other, but also if anyone had any answers to the question. Go ahead, JJ.
Okay, so for our first comment of the day, we'll look at, yes, from Brother Gowdy, patiently waiting for INCRadio Sacramento, hashtag NCL Livermore, hashtag NCL San Ramon.
Woohoo! Thank you, Livermore and San Ramon. And Gowdy, Brother Gowdy.
Okay, can we do another one? This one's
Absolutely.
from Mario Oka. Good morning here in the Philippines and enjoy watching here on INCRadio Sacramento Satellite Studio. Greetings from local of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North.
Wow, thank you, po, for watching for all the way over there. We feel the love and the warmth. Thank you, po. Any answers to our question?
Sure. Let's see here. I don't think we have any at the moment.
Not yet. That is okay. Continue to send your greetings or whatever you'd like to share with us. Also, any answers that you might have to our questions. Let's go on to the next question. So for Gina, what are some challenges in making new friends? And we can talk about at any age, younger, college. We can even talk about adults. How do you see with things that are different now, what are some of those challenges in making friends?
I think with making friends, I think we're so focused on ourselves lately. And for me, I struggle with gaining the courage to actually go up to someone or like going out of my comfort zone. That really makes it a challenge. And then just making time for it as well. I feel like I'm so in my headspace of like school, family, and just doing everything else. But I'm just like, oh wait, I also need that time for friends as well, or to make acquaintances and get social interaction.
Yes, yeah, that's true. You brought up 2 points. One was time, one was courage. So how do you, if anyone, let me ask you, Gina, if anyone walked up to you, with a smile and said hi and introduced themselves, how would that make you feel? Honestly,
that would have made me feel very seen. I don't get this often, or I just get really shy and awkward, but at least they took the time to approach. So I try my best to match their energy, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. See, but maybe that's what everyone else is feeling. Maybe we are feeling like we would be seen. Instead of like, oh, someone's talking to me. Like this is whatever we would feel when we go up to someone else. Right? Okay, JJ. We were friends before pandemic times. We became friends from church activities. Do you recall that time, like going up to just anyone, saying hello, making friends? Tell us more about what you remember during that time.
Absolutely. I gotta tell you. Okay, first of all, 2 things. One is time, like she mentioned earlier, right, Gina? And we can all agree it's a commodity. And going out your way to greet someone or just spend time with them, that's time that you make to create an acquaintance, or it could be a friendship or just a relationship in general. And, we have the other thing is resource. We have more resources and more platforms to use and extensions to just reach out to other people with social media, messenger apps, you name it, the telephone, right? So just like with the flick of your wrist or your finger, you can talk to anyone these days.
Right.
I just made a friend last night playing on my game console. Yeah.
Okay.
It is. And now I feel like because of that, here's the downside. We've become so distant from each other. Isn't that ironic?
Yes, it's very ironic.
Tell me if you agree.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I think it's easier to maybe maybe start these
Yeah.
conversations, whether it's on an app or distance, but it's that, I mean, maybe this is where acquaintances and friends, the difference between these two come in. So how can we make our acquaintances become our friends? Because we don't have to always, I know people who've become friends over distance, video game consoles and things like. I know people that are actually friends and they actually went to each other's weddings and they've actually been in each other's lives. But we started at a distance. So what do you think? How do we make our acquaintances our friends?
Right. So
Anybody? First JJ, then Gina.
okay, Gina, you go first.
I have like a little story. One of my closest friends right now, I met her through online. It was over a little video and a comment asking who wants to go to this concert since I'm like so into music and stuff. And I took the initiative, being like, would you be down to go with me? Or like, let's get to know each other. So over time, we would like text each other like slightly, just be like, oh, like, how are you doing? How was your day? Just taking the initiative to just plan something out little by little. And then over time, we actually ended up hanging out, which was really cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you already heard my story, but I gotta tell you, I make like acquaintances almost everywhere. I've made acquaintances in like hotels, in parking lots, and then we became good friends. And yeah, really all sorts of places. One of my best friends that I just greeted, Happy New Year.
Mhm.
And by the way, Happy New Year to everyone.
It is a new year.
Happy 26. He's Korean, and I met him in the bathroom, and I was like, "Bro, are you Korean?" And then we started talking to each other in Korean, and then we're like bros for life now. Shout out to him, by the way, Alan.
Well,
That's his name.
background
Yeah.
information. JJ, tell everyone where you lived and why someone from Korea was so interesting to you. Little background info on you.
So, I used to live in Korea. I was there for like almost 7 years. I was an English teacher.
Yes.
And I came back like 3 years ago.
So that's why that was interesting, because you lived there. Yes, but that was exactly what Gina was saying, finding something in common and kind of building at least an acquaintance on that. And then I'm hearing that friendships, reaching out to friendships being, putting in the effort is what I was hearing, to kind of reach out and keep that connection. There's always like the people that kind of click. So not all of our acquaintances are going to be our friends, and that's okay. So I wanted to see if there's any more comments, any more greetings, anything at all on our YouTube, and we'll kind of read through as much as we can. Let's go for it. Thanks everyone for your love and support greeting us here on INCRadio Sacramento.
Okay, so let's get this one from Brother Gowdy. Nowadays, when people want to learn something about another person, instead of walking up and talking to them, people would just go online and search for their social media.
I guess that's true. Let's encourage going up and talking to people. Okay. Yes. Any other comments? Thank you, Brother Gowdy, for that. That's true. I agree.
Okay, from Melvi Tamayo. Some challenges of making friends are difference in preferences, lifestyles, or even communication barriers sometimes. That's a good point.
Ooh. And hi, Melvi. We miss you so much here at INCRadio Sacramento. Hi, Melvi. Yes, good point. She always had good points. Okay. Any other comments?
Yeah, and I just want to mention, like they mentioned too, some of the challenges, social settings, they can be overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I met my friend in the bathroom, like the language barrier, because I put it in Korean, I think we clicked just like that. Especially in the bathroom.
Love it.
Yeah. Initiative. Don't forget that. The initiative.
Initiative.
Very important. All right, let's see this one. From Jeffrey Dizon. Finding commonalities, especially with life's experiences. The conversions become deeper. Conversations, I believe.
Conversations. Mm-hmm.
Become deeper. Emotional connections are established. The rest is history.
Ooh. Very
Yeah,
nice.
like this section, right? Like being vulnerable. That's a good example.
Very
Gina.
nice, Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
And J. Pasquale, it always starts with a smile. Then hi. Then conversation starts till the connection is established. Right? That's the initiative. Initiative.
Okay, so here's kind of like what I'm hearing. Does it almost sound like dating? Does it almost sound like getting to know that interesting person that you want to know for possible, you know, honest and nice, romantic relationship? Are we at the point, everyone, where, making friends is the same effort as dating someone?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
Mm.
Uh-oh, we're there. Are we there, everybody? We don't know. But what's your thought on that?
Very two different sides.
Gina, you go first.
Wait,
For this one.
you don't agree?
No, I agree, but I want you to
I just
go.
feel like we're so in touch as people nowadays. We're so self-aware of like what our wants and needs are, what we want to surround ourselves with, who we like. Especially going the new year, everyone's making New Year's resolutions, being like, "I need this around my life," or something like that. And that's when people become like a little bit like pick and choose of what kind of friends. So then when we're like trying to get to know someone, it's lucky like interview questions like, who are you? I was like, you would do for a date. I was like, okay, this person has this. Okay, I can be your friend, like stuff like that.
I think there's very much a same as friendship, like we kind of mentioned before, like the connection with the just how you connect with people. You're not all of your acquaintances are going to become your friends. Sometimes you know people for many years and you never really go super close in your friendship. So friendships are almost as important as the person you choose to date, maybe. So all the more putting in the effort to make your acquaintances and to reach out, and if this person is a place where I guess it's the same, you feel safe or you feel like you have so much in common or you just click right away, that maybe becoming friends is a little more natural than we think. What do we think about that? Thoughts? Anybody, even at home?
Okay, so I see him in like tiers, different tiers. Right? If I just met Gina today, by the way.
Weird too.
We're like, I want to say we're acquaintances, right? And then maybe later down the line, we could become friends. Hey, we're both on INCRadio together. Why not? Right? That's
Woo, Gina. He's recruiting. He's recruiting this wrong.
Each other a lot. Start with a simple hello again.
Yeah. And then if it gets to a point, maybe we could actually have like some sort of relationship.
Oh, okay.
Am I stretching? This is just
relationship is a general term.
Yeah,
relationship is general.
It's like, so that's what I'm talking about. Acquaintances,
friendships, best friends.
Yeah, higher friendships, like best friends. Yeah, and then
like work friend, school friend. Especially being in college, you're gonna have your classroom friends, and then you're also gonna have your friends that you see at church, and you're gonna have your friends that you usually see, or acquaintance at the grocery store. You always see them at the same time, so you're like, hey, just like the coincidence of it and timing.
Yes. I very much say hi to the people at my grocery store because I'm there a lot.
Great.
So they know me already. But yes, but that's true. And there's so different social circles. There's different reasons why we're friends, because we have certain things in common. So very true. My friends in my social circle outside of church, we're friends because we're in the same, adult class together, or we're in the same whatever together, versus church, because we share that common ground of our faith. And then, so yes, there's different social circles and there's tiers, and maybe it doesn't have to be super overthought. I don't know. Do we overthink our friendships? Do you think we overthink our tiers, our friendships, the relationships that we have with different people? Yes, no?
Okay, for me, I want to say it's like pretty black and white, but
Okay.
it really depends on the friendship or the relationship.
Mhm.
All of them are different.
Yes.
I can't just give, my friend here the same treatment as I give my friend here. Sometimes they need different things.
Mm.
They're unique in different ways.
Mhm.
So I can never say, you guys, I will take you both at the same level. Oh, I won't even say level, but it might be like on a different spectrum.
Huh.
Right? Yeah. It's on our experiences together.
Correct.
100%.
Thank you.
Hazel
Thank
is, Hazel's back there, our producer, like probably giving snaps quietly in the background to JJ, what he said. But that's very true. I mean, I totally agree with that, JJ. I'm thinking maybe it comes down to what we understand our friend, maybe close friend, maybe not so close friend needs. And maybe it just comes down to we being good people, giving these people as much as we know them what they need. So, I mean, I don't know if my grocery store clerk needs a lot from me, but I'm gonna say hi. But if my husband, is having a bad day, very much gonna, give him that moment that he can like talk to me, right? So, I mean, it's all different. Okay, we're gonna pause for a moment. We're almost at the end of our show, almost. So everyone who's at home keeping up with us, thank you so much for sticking around. We do have a little bit more left. However, let's go ahead and give the reminder to everyone throughout our district in our segment, What's New, Friends? In What's New, Friends, we talk about the different activities that will be happening throughout the district within the local congregations or the district as a whole. And we will say in this new year, 2026, we will be having much more local activities happening. So please go ahead, keep your ears and eyes open for any announcements about the local activities that you will be having. Please go ahead and support those things, and maybe you can make acquaintances in your locale, your friendships. Who knows? Alrighty, and maybe more than that, as JJ said. Who knows? So we're going to come right back to any other we're going to read, this is the last time we're going to read YouTube comments, everyone. So get your comments in. Any more comments that you can share with us? Go for it, JJ.
Okay, so we have one from Leah. I think that's Leanna. Okay, is that Leah? Alea Atizado. Friendship grows when values align, effort is mutual, and time is shared. You don't force it. You see who shows up, who feels easy to be around, and who grows with you. #NCO.
I love that. Okay, I have to give snaps for that. So thank you, Ate, for that. That's awesome. I do love that. Yes.
In other words, friendship isn't a one size fits all.
Okay. Thank you for that.
And then let's see, Deb Nami. Oftentimes, and friendships, just like relationships, is not 50-50. Right. If you look at it as like a give and take.
Yes.
Sometimes we give more, sometimes you take more. Right.
And I'm gonna just jump in. I'm gonna say sometimes that will fluctuate. Sometimes we're going through something and we rely on our friends to be there and vice versa. So I don't believe it's always an equal 50-50 in certain ways, I guess. But I think maybe overall it should be.
We try.
Yep.
We try.
Yes, we try. Okay. Any last comments?
Let's see. Glenda Castro. True friendship, you don't have to think. #NCO Lathrop.
Lathrop.
Hashtag. Love it.
Yes.
To think.
It's just
I think it's kind of just natural. I think it clicks and it clicks. Alrighty, one last comment to share. Thank you for everyone for all these, everybody.
One last one from Betty Pineda. Everyone has different opinions, characteristics, attitudes, and can be their friends, different levels.
Wise
Right?
words. Wise words.
Right?
I'm sorry, Gina, are you saying something?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I heard your voice. Wise words from everyone throughout the district. Thank you so much, everyone. Wise words. And I hope that you take, I mean, parents, have your children, kind of have these conversations with your children too, because our kids, we need our friends and we want them to grow in a healthy social circle. So thank you everyone for your YouTube comments, for your love and your thoughts that you share with us. Thank you so much. We feel it on our end very much. Last question for Gina. What has worked for you in making new friendships?
I think what definitely has worked for me in making new friendships is just, I don't know, maybe like being there. I'm like, well, what has worked for me? I don't know. It comes so naturally, especially like just clicking with someone, and when it works, it works. Like God will help us in that way, in sense. That's why I like to think of it. I never try to force anything with my friendships, especially when hangouts align or when we see something that reminds us of our friends and we text it to them. It's like, oh, it's like I'm thinking of you, and that's what always worked. Just not forcing anything and just keeping it at a natural flow state.
Organic. Yeah.
Organic friendships.
Love it. Love it.
Very nice. I love that. Yes. It just to show that after this entire conversation, we kind of pulled things apart and I think everyone kind of comes to this agreement that we put in the effort and the time, but it should be a natural connection. So thank you for that, everybody. Thank you, Gina, for joining us today. Do you have a shout out for anyone?
Shout out to my family who I sent the link to. And then also shout out to Sister Crystal. That's my acquaintance turned to friend to my roommate. So I'm so grateful for her. She introduced me to this whole thing and was like, do you want to like a sister was asking if you want to be part of it. And I was like, of course, like this is my calling.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. And yes, Crystal, cool. Very cool. Okay, awesome. And then JJ, any shout outs for you?
Shout out to my boy I brought here, Zach Benito. He's in the studio with us as a live audience member and an observer. Who knows? He might be the next host. We don't know.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. I will shout out everyone at INCRadio Sacramento. Thank you for always being there. We're going to close the show. We have come to the end. And before we end, we always want to give our special thanks to our brother executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our deputy executive minister, Brother Angelo Aranio Manalo, our INC radio station manager, Brother Wally Taray, our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya. Hi, Kamanli. Our district minister, Brother Pete De La Cruz. Hi, Pete. Our CFO overseer, Brother Nemo Pantaleon. Hi, Nemo. Our district multimedia advisor, Brother JB Agustin. Hi, Paul. And then our district staff. We thank you so much for all your support for our broadcasts and the entire crew and everyone watching, listening, and supporting INCRadio Sacramento. We could not do this without you, Paul. Continue to send your letters to a friend to us. Continue to share with us your thoughts. And we will see you next time here again, because you can always count on your friend from Sacramento. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Friendly, vibrant, welcoming, wholesome, fun. Your friend. INC Radio, Sacramento.